My name is Margaret Kerrigan.
And my name is Louisa Kerrigan.
And welcome to the Chef's Life of Twins. Today we will be making pasta carbonara. So, for pasta carbonara, you start off with putting in 2 whole eggs and 2 yolks. Alright, putting that in. And then about 2 ounces of Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
And 2 ounces of Romano cheese.
Alright.
And Parmesan cheese is a little more pungent and sharp taste.
And I would say Romano is more sweet and more mild.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we have to whisk it together. There you go, sister.
Whisk. And then add a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
This is really a simple recipe, simple and delicious. You can whip this up really quick after the only thing work if you don't have anything else to make. And usually you have eggs on hand.
This is the most simplest form of pasta carbonara. I mean, you can add fresh herbs and other stuff too if you want to make the flavor more complex. Alright, now we are going to put together the dish. Alright, first you want to turn your heat on like medium-high, and then heat your pan up really hot before you add the bacon. Alright?
This pan's already nice and hot.
Yep. Alright, add the bacon, Louisa.
Alright, yes, chef.
Thank you. Now I'm going to saute it up. And you want to cook the bacon just until it just begins to crisp. And when it just begins to crisp, that's when we're going to add the cheese and egg mixture.
You know, like once the fat starts rendering.
Yeah, this is the cheese and egg mixture that we just made. Alright? Turn it off, see. Alright, the bacon is all crisp. It's starting to crisp at the edges. Alright, so now I'm going to turn the heat off.
And now we're going to start cooking the fettuccine. We chose fettuccine because it's thicker and has a nice chew to it. It's always a good texture. And we're cooking enough pasta for about 4 to 6 people, depending on how hungry you are.
Depending on how big your portions you want to be.
Alright, so I'm just going to stir this all up in here. We use salted water, and it's always good to use salted water because that's what gives pasta its flavor.
It adds flavor. That's the most important thing to do when cooking pasta. Add salt to your water.
And for fettuccine, you want to make sure you stir it every once in a while, or you're going to end up with like a big clump of dough. You don't want that. Alright, so we're just going to let this cook for about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes.
Yep, and hopefully it turns out.
Yeah. Alright, we just strained this, and this is very important. While the pasta is still really hot, you want to add it to the pan with the bacon. We just started reheating the bacon. Now we're going to add the pasta to it, stir it all up, for about like a minute.
Make sure it's nice and hot.
Alright, now we're going to turn the heat off because you don't want to curdle the eggs. You don't want to keep the heat on because then it'll be too hot for the eggs and it'll just curdle the eggs. And there'll be chunks of eggs instead of a nice and creamy sauce. And then you're going to stir it up pretty quickly. Yep. Stir it up really fast until all the noodles are evenly coated. And then we saved out a little bit of pasta water because sometimes the cheese makes the pasta a little dry.
And thick. Really thick.
So this like thins it out and makes the pasta a little more creamy.
Yep.
Perfect. It makes you only add a little bit of the pasta water at a time. Just enough to make it the consistency that you want. Perfect.
Alright, now it's time to plate it up. We made a fresh fettuccine salad to go with the pasta carbonara
To make it healthier.
And to cut the richness.
This is a pretty fatty dish, and then we make it a little healthier.
Yes.
Alright, so
scoop it up, put it on the plate. Perfect.
Oh boy, does that look good.
It does. And I'm going to sprinkle on some tomatoes onto that pasta to make it even better.
It's not traditional, but this is just a little way to make it healthy. Just healthy
and add some
bit.
freshness.
And some nice color too.
Some freshness to the
pasta. Let's finish it with a little bit of pepper too to add some color.
Alright, now ready to taste. Let's
let's show them the dish first. All right. Here is the dish. All right, now time to taste. Let's see. Let's try not to make a mess. Really good. How bad, Margaret? It's really sound too. Good? A wonderful meal. A wonderful meal. That was a delicious meal, Louisa. Great teamwork. Yes, it was. Not bad. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you join us next time on The Chef's Life of Twins.